Hello, party people. So I'm gonna try my amateurish take on this game. This was game 3 of the Golden State Warriors and Dallas Mavericks in the Western Conference Finals. In other words, whoever wins this series is going to the NBA Finals, which is looking like it's most likely going to be Golden State and Boston. More confident in Golden State than the Boston-Miami game, that series in the Eastern Conference Finals. But I don't know, it's complicated. I'll get to it later, but for right now, I watched most of the game. I watched the highlights several times, and does anyone know what's going on with Porzingis? Like, did they trade him? Is he injured, like, for life? Like, what's going on right now? You will see why they needed a big man like Porzingis. I think Boban's on the Mavericks now, isn't he? Like, it kind of makes you wonder where are the centers? And honestly, this is something I have not seen Golden State ever do, which is basically dominate the paint with Kevon Looney. Let alone dominate the paint, but just Kevon Looney. Steve Kerr said he was one of the most underrated and underappreciated teammates on the Golden State Warriors. He's been on the team for a long time, is all I'm saying. And he scored a career high of like 20 points. 20 fucking points, career high. So that should indicate to you that he's a traditional center. Now, is he slow? Yeah. Is he kind of old? A bit. But the Golden State Warriors would not have won this game without Kevon Looney. And, well, let's just get into it now.
Western Conference Finals so far, and they need his outside shooting and his defense.
And on the flip side, Kevon Looney at that center position has been fantastic for the Warriors, especially these last 3 ball games. That's where he's gotten most of his bread and butter right there on that high screen and roll when he's rolling hard, finding those pocket passes.
Doncic right into Looney.
So this is why it seems like Kevon Looney is not a big problem. His defense isn't horrible, but what we've seen is his offensive capability, especially in this game. If you guys haven't heard, the Western Conference Finals is 3-1 now. Dallas won the last time they played in Dallas. I think. Wait a minute. Yeah, the Dallas Mavericks were they were a lower seed than the Warriors. I believe the Warriors were like. Yeah, the Warriors were the 3rd seed, the 3rd best record in the Western Conference this year. So that's why they play 2 games at Golden State, 2 games at Dallas, 1 game in Golden State, 1 game in Dallas, and if necessary, 1 game in California, where the Golden State Warriors are, for Game 7. This shit is not going to Game 7. I'm sorry. If you make a sports bet and you say that Dallas Mavericks will be the first team to come back from 3-0 in basketball and win the series in Game 7, good luck, because the payout out of that bet must be in 7 figures. It's happened in baseball, if you guys remember the Red Sox and Yankees, but NBA, this shit has never happened. Obviously, blah blah blah. The Warriors, they blew a 31 lead against LeBron. He's fucking LeBron. Come on now. And that was a season where Kyrie was relatively healthy, and the majority of the Cavs players were. If you remember the first time the Warriors won the championship against the Cavs, it was just LeBron out there. It was just him, and I think Kevin Love was also injured. Temporarily. Otherwise, you see, the Golden State Warriors need to win a chip this year to prove they could do it without KD. Because last time I checked, KD and the Nets were kind of swept in the first round. Just saying. Anyway, we don't talk about that, though. We don't talk about that.
42, Game 2 with 18 coming in the first quarter. Warriors won Game 2 Friday by 9. Won Game 1 Wednesday by 25. And they had 7 in double figures. Fake shot into Looney on the baseline and into Doncic.
Okay, I want you to take a look at this again, so I was really distracted.
And they had 7 in double figures. Fake shot into Looney on the baseline and into Doncic.
Okay, I want you to see something there.
Game 1 Wednesday by.
Okay, so you're gonna see the pass. This is the deception of the pass.
25.
So it looks like Curry's open for a three, right? And most likely he would probably hit it. But a 2 in the paint is more guaranteed, especially this early in the game, or you're just developing a lead, or ideally you want to develop a lead. We shouldn't say it so factually. So Curry's gonna pass to Kevon, and we'll see what happens. Because it looks like Kevon Looney's about to get the assist with Curry shooting a three, but we'll just watch. So I want you to see that one more time, all right? Okay, see this guy right here, whose name I don't fucking know. This guy and this guy, they're gonna pull the double on Curry. That's why Curry passes to Kevon, because no one's guarding him. You see the two double team right there. Look, this guy is so far in front of him. Like, why would he take that shot? And you see, everybody's eyes are on Curry right now. Look, except for this one dude over here. Like, I don't know where he's looking, but technically Klay Thompson is also open. Okay, so you see this right here? You see this? There is one dude basically mostly in the paint, except for this guy too. But where's the help at? Where's the center? I mean, this guy, he's pretty big, so he might be the center. I don't fucking know. But just on the baseline and into Doncic for the Deuce. 56.1% each of their first 2 wins. Dude, you can't let him get that, man. Who's boxing him out? No one is boxing him out.
In the first 2 games, they get an offensive rebound right there. 56%. They've been lights out. Wiggins 3. Rebound by Green, but Dallas wants to touch the paint with almost every possession.
Yeah, in the last 2 threes, Brunson in, Bullock.
Okay, I want you to see this as well.
But Dallas wants to touch the paint with almost every possession.
Yeah, in the last
Do you see that screen? Did you just see that screen right there?
2 threes.
Okay, look at this. There's 5 guys watching Curry right now, and nobody is able to guard him.
Brunson in, Bullock.
And he gets the and one. And 5 dudes were just standing around looking at him.
Without touching the paint. But I like that 3 better. It came off with penetration. The Mavericks have got to get the ball into the paint.
Thompson catches and fires.
You see, this is the grand deception that the Warriors are pulling right now. When you think of the Golden State Warriors, you just think of 3-pointers. That's all you think about. So everyone is expecting them to shoot threes. That's why there's such an open pathway to jump shots, to just easy points in the paint, especially for Looney. So where's Kevon Looney right now? You can argue that he was basically passing up a relatively easy shot. He would have been defended, but he leaves the paint. He leaves the rim because he sees Curry trailing. Curry shoots it with the taller guy on him anyway. I mean, that's not that unusual because we've seen what Curry can do even when he's guarded while shooting.
Explodes down low on Curry and over Finney. Smith with the rebound. Looney was in there as the last line of defense and over.
Even though he made that shot, that was good defense because he was falling back to avoid the foul.
Looney, Doncic will get it off the glass. Luka. Good feed. Finney Smith on the cut.
Okay, I'll admit that was pretty impressive. I mean, it's Luka. It's fucking Luka. Okay, so does Luka need a championship to validate his skill, his legacy? I agree with Jordan, who even said that it may be in 1 or 2 years. Obviously not this season, obviously. But Luka will be an MVP. At some point in his career, Luka will at least be a one-time MVP. Now, will he actually get a chip? Mark Cuban needs to build around him, and he's not. I mean, he seems to be like he's trying to, but where's Porzingis? Where's anybody around the same size as Looney? That's all I'm really saying. Because, from what I can see, the center that looks like they're on Dallas, he's faster and better at, I would say defense than Looney is. But, Looney has such, a domineering presence It's like one of those badges in 2K where like anytime someone's near you, like you like reduce their.
And the two. Good back cut there by Finney Smith.
Inside.
Okay, let's watch that again.
Feed from. Good feed. Finney Smith on the cut in the two.
Okay, let's watch this one again.
Cut there by Finney Smith.
Cross court pass. There is nobody in the paint right now. These two guys are like way too slow right now. Like there's no way they're gonna catch up with them.
Inside Wiggins. Beautiful feed from Green on the wing and 5 for Wiggins.
Curry with the hockey assist there to create that action.
7-13 start for Golden State. Rattling in.
Okay, I will admit that was a mistake right there because there was no reason to double team Luka from that far out. Can he hit a 3 from there? Maybe, but he would be guarded. That's why when they did the double team, it left one guy open. Anytime you see a double team, one person is not being guarded. By the laws of math, one person is open.
Brunson with a triple.
Mavericks all night is Ntilikina's 3. They're going to come off and stop the ball.
Curry, Green.
Okay, again, you got one dude in the paint. And like this is fucking Draymond. So like he's not gonna be shooting that many threes. That's what I'm saying. Like I will admit that like did people forget that Draymond could shoot? Yes. That's why when everyone just spreads out and lets Draymond shoot, why would you do that? I mean like you're basically leaving him open. He could just run up to the paint and like do a floater or something.
And glides in.
And he gets his own tip in? Like is this dude who's center on Dallas? I should look this shit up. Who is the center on Dallas? Is this guy right here?
Wiggins got a hand on it to tip it up.
Oh, it's Wiggins tip, my bad.
Dinwiddie.
This guy's open over here. Oh, not anymore.
Dinwiddie 3. Good.
Trading Dinwiddie was the dumbest things the Nets ever did.
Pretty play by Stephen Curry with 8. Dinwiddie slicing inside.
Nice job there by Dinwiddie.
Final seconds. Doncic, the bump in the pool. Firing. Good if it goes.
I will admit that was impressive, but remember who wins this game. Remember who wins. Maybe I'm biased a little bit, but remember who wins.
Moses Moody in just missed a 3. Bullock positions on Poole. Dinwiddie drives into Looney and collides with Clay.
It's not that Jordan Poole's defense is bad. It's just that I think he get better at it. Like, I'm not saying he's going to be like a lockdown defender, but like he has everything he needs for offense right now. He could shoot the 3 ball. He has a decent amount of handle for someone who's not Curry. Let's just put it that way.
In the corner, Bullock. Nice ball rotation, trying to move that defense. Very tough to do. Brunson 3.
So I think Dallas was starting to get it by the second quarter. Dallas was starting to understand what the Warriors were doing, because if they just like camp the paint, that's always gonna leave the perimeter open. And like the only problem is the Dallas Mavericks are not a 3-point heavy team. The Warriors are. So whenever you're trying to fight fire with fire, it's against the Warriors. That's not gonna work. I mean, like if they had a better center, like not that Looney sucks or anything, if they had like a real center, like can you imagine how dominating the Warriors would be if Embiid was on the Warriors? If Embiid was a center, that would be ridiculous. That would be better than the KD Warriors. That's just my opinion. If they had a good center.
Well, it took them a long time. Dallas in the bonus now.
I'm liking this. Put your head down. Attack the paint.
Corkscrew up and under. Brunson.
Yeah, so like even announcers are starting to get it at this point. Like why are you letting the Warriors control the paint? The only problem is they're trying, in my opinion, they're trying to lull them into a false sense of security where they think Golden State's not going to shoot the 3 as much. It's fucking Golden State.
9. Got that tip in right there. Stephen Curry defending Brunson. Shot clock at 3. Finney Smith a triple.
He's one of the few coaches, and I'm not talking a couple of games here and there. These guys get a lot of experience, so he can go to these guys.
Curry floats.
On his outside shooting, and Coach Kidd said it was all about confidence. He said his belief in himself, he couldn't shoot straight.
He just ran up into the paint and nobody was covering him. Like, I don't know. How do you stop this? How do you stop this?
We straightened him out.
More discipline right there. Draymond Green on Luka.
He just shoots it in his face. Look, now the guys are in the paint to try to get the rebound. Who tries to get a rebound after Steph Curry shoots a three? Who tries to get that rebound? Wait, that rebound's not going to exist.
Bullock, Curry three. Wow, he took that from Denton, Texas. Dumping it in, swirling move. Wiggins, with a pirouette, gets it to go. Klay Thompson, Wiggins, Looney. Three, Steph got it! Oh, what a shot! He is ruthless. Finney Smith on Curry. Clay's.
Did you guys see that screen? That is classic Warriors basketball right there. With Draymond doing a screen. Draymond's screens are like some of the best screens I've ever seen in any basketball game.
Free to fire, close Brunson. Got it! It's a three from Clay. Screen, Wiggins bumped. Curry with a...
Again, there's a double team, and that does leave the guy in the corner. I think that's Brunson over there in the corner, wide open.
Quick flash.
Who becomes a Twilio developer?
Now we got to add.
People who code is a side hustle.
It's fucking YouTube, man.
And a free by Brunson.
There you go, right there. That wasn't super open, though.
Half minute to go.
Look at this, look at this! So, not only can Looney control the paint, he can also make assists.
That baseline by Wiggins, beautiful.
Looney's passing is very underrated, just saying.
Basketball.
That you have to keep attacking the paint. They love the 25 free throw attempts, and then when you do miss when you attack, get the offensive rebounds and know they're weak defenders and go right at them. One of the things when they're on defense.
But the three-point shooting, Reggie, to your point, 6 of 26, and the Warriors 5 of 19 from distance. Inside, great pass, couldn't convert.
Dallas, you're going to have to be very careful with this sneaky Golden State offense here, trying to stretch out this lead.
This third quarter is the big one for Golden State. Doncic burnt.
So in that situation, I think Looney should have went this way more instead of just... Because he goes backwards. Like, dude, how are you going to get Luka to, like, boss you around as a center, man? Like, come on. They're like fucking 6 inches taller than him.
His way in there, stand for two. It's a Cleveland three. And he continues to struggle from distance. He cannot. Doncic over Green. Ooh. 2 of 8 shooting.
Did you guys see that? Someone picked up Doncic for the floor. It was one of the Warriors. I think it was Draymond.
In this third quarter, Dinwiddie has come in for Bullock, and he quickly fires one from the corner. It's a three.
So basically, Dallas's big three, from what I gather, is Brunson, Luka, obviously, and Dinwiddie. I think that's their so-called big three. If I had to narrow it down, the only problem is that big three any better than Steph, Clay, and Draymond, and possibly a fourth and a fifth being Jordan Poole, and we have to see what Looney can do the rest of the series, or the game 5, the last game the Dallas Mavericks will play this season.
Spencer Dinwiddie. Curry kept his balance. Ball shot. And
Oh, dude, I didn't see that highlight. That was crazy. Like, get a fucking rebound.
Cleveland then picked up by Wiggins, who puts it back in with 17. Thought 3. Brunson sticks with him. Good fake. Look at Curry dancing to get free.
Oh, here comes.
That is a 2-foot.
That was a 2. Still.
Hit a 3.
Yo, Jason Kidd is mad, yo.
Green. Thompson. It's a 3. Rebound
Look at these offensive rebounds, and they're generally near the paint area.
by Green. Into Thompson. Cutting by Brunson for 2. Time.
Brunson too small, man. Like, Clay's not a tall guy, but for his position, he's the right height.
Kid and Dallas succeed against Dallas only 33% shooting the Mavericks tonight.
No question, and sometimes you have nights like that. What Dallas can't afford to do is give up all the...
Has anyone noticed Curry is taking more 2-pointers? Like, I don't know, if the shot's open, like, why not?
Second shot.
Curry with 22. 17, Dinwiddie. Curry. Good feed. Green finishes it
And
off.
one.
Cutting, feeding, another assist. Green with 6. Dinwiddie.
Jordan Poole.
On defense, Poole. Bertans in the corner. It's a 3.
I will admit that Looney is pretty good at contesting shots without fouling, but you could contest it like just a little more without fouling, I think.
And Finney Smith finally gets a triple to drop.
Dribble penetration.
Curry through traffic. Looney was cutting. Bertans gotten a...
So is Bertans, is he the center? I didn't know he was the center. I didn't think it was like Looney just like Houdini him.
Match up with him. And the timing of Looney was right there.
Was that shimmy to you or for me?
To you.
Okay.
To you.
He has just given them their biggest lead, which...
That is a problem, Steph's defense, because like he's about the average height for a point guard, being like 6'3". It's just there's better point guards physically out there, and like I'm not saying Steph is like skinny as a stick, but like if you watch his career, especially in college, he used to be that skinny, but like I don't know, because like some players, especially LeBron, they're saying how the bigger you are, generally the slower you're supposed to be. So maybe Curry didn't want to give up some of that speed initially.
As Brunson was somehow able to thrash his way in there for 2 at the other end. Soderman traded for D'Angelo Russell to Golden State.
Who gets an offensive rebound or near an offensive rebound from a free throw shot?
Moody in there digging for it, and finally comes up with it. Thompson 3.
So that was what? I think he made the first free throw, and then you get a third. That's a 4-point play right there. Not even with an and one.
Great stroke. Kleba driving.
Kleber's not even looking at his 3 anymore.
Brunson by Poole to the rack.
And much needed as well in this series.
19 for Thompson. 9 at the half. Ah, Luka.
I'm sorry, but was that supposed to be impressive? Was that impressive?
And that was all against Utah, where he did his damage early on. 14 to 21. Shot.
Did you see what he just did there? That wasn't a step back, but that was a jab step.
Clock at 4. Poole. Oh! Way out.
That was a long jab step as well.
Side, and he bangs it home. Moody is in with Thompson. Wiggins watching Doncic put up a 3. Good shot.
Again, Wiggins' defense is usually above average, but I don't know, some of these contested shots, like, I am impressed they're making a lot of these contested shots, but like the Warriors do that every night.
Doncic a triple. Doncic the other way. Looking over his shoulder, looking in front. Hemmed in. Bertans flies and flushes. Brunson defends, snaps it outside to Wiggins. Goes by Poole. Oh! Drops the sledgehammer. But they're gonna rope it away.
They call it offensive foul. They call it charging or whatever it's called. But like, if that counted, you still saw the footage. That's all I'm saying.
Curry's at 5 threes and is 9 of 16, and he'll jet down the lane and stop from 14. Wiggins parachuting in and slamming it home.
See, this is the thing. They need Steph and Clay to make points, but they need like 1 or 2 other dudes to like Wiggins and Jordan Poole. When Wiggins and Jordan Poole have like 20 plus points, they usually win the game. And like assuming Steph and Clay like aren't like handicapped or something.
Great basket. You need to string together stops.
4 to fire. Curry and Doncic.
Who's playing the defense right now? Who's playing the defense?
Steph Curry has got 31. 2 to play. 2 minutes away from being up 3-zip into Green.
Really? Come on now. Come on out, Dallas. You can do better.
What a pass. Laser Signature pass by Curry into the cutting green.
When the studio comes on for Game 4, Charles Barkley will predict a Mavericks victory.
Good cut. Green got it.
So you see how normally Clay would have passed it to Wiggins in the corner, but doing this controlling the paint thing, that was an easy 2 right there.
Tops in the assist. Poole, and that's all she wrote. And one win away, the Golden State Warriors from going to the NBA Finals.
I don't know. What do you guys want me to say about this? Honestly, what do you want me to say about it? Like, you know what I'm going to say about it? I'm going to say I need for Dallas to come back, not even just to win the series, but just Game 5, that they're playing in Golden State. And if you look at Golden State's record at home, generally, at least during their championship seasons, they don't lose that many games at home. And I don't think the new arena is built yet, but it's pretty loud in that arena, whichever arena it is. And I don't know, why are these Ja Morant ads on right now? I don't know if you guys saw that, but dude, like, come on. I knew the Grizzlies weren't. Come on, man. Like who else do they have on the Grizzlies besides Ja Morant? Who else is there? I'm getting a little off topic here, but all I'm saying is, I mean, they'll be back next postseason. I'm sure they will be, as long as Ja Morant stays healthy. But like, he's a Batman, but he doesn't have a Robin right now. That's the problem with the Grizzlies right now. In my opinion, this is my opinion. Like, I'm sure there's other decent developing players on the Grizzlies, but like, no one. Name one other player who's on Morant's level right now. Under Ja's level, who else is there? But yeah, that would be crazy if, I don't know, it's just like, so Stephen A said he thinks Boston's going to take it to Game 6. They're going to end the series at Game 6. It's 3-2 right now, I believe, and the Celtics are up by 1 game, and they just need one more to make the Eastern Conference Final championship to go to NBA Finals. So here's where I was conflicted, right? I like the Miami Heat. I'm a pretty big Jimmy Butler fan. Tyler Hero, he's okay too. Like, he's very sporadic lately. Last 2 seasons at least. But I will say, I'm partial to Boston as well, because it's Boston. I mean, like, come on now. But I think Boston needs this championship to tie it up with the Lakers for the franchise with the most championships. But yeah, because I'm pretty sure the LeBron 81 in the bubble, that was the one more than the Celtics. I don't know. They are the winningest team in basketball in the NBA, and they're that for a reason. Now, if you look at, I think Boston is a much more challenging matchup for the Warriors than the Heat are. My only thing with the Heat is, yes, they made they were in the finals in a bubble, so they were playing against the Lakers, unfortunately, but they were in the finals. And if Steph gets this year's championship, he will tie LeBron. Now, regardless of who gets the next chip, if it's LeBron or Curry, you're going to see a player tie the number of championships with Kobe. Kobe has 5 championships. Does that mean they're equal to Kobe's level? Obviously not. It's just, in terms of legacy, LeBron needs this more to cement and validate his legacy. Now, when LeBron goes to the same team that drafts Bronny, like, he's done. The only reason he would do that is because if he plans on retiring soon. And this dude is like 37, 38. This dude is my age. He was born in 1984. That is how old LeBron is. Just not to call myself old, but like that's how old LeBron is. That's all I'm saying. Now, if Steph gets number 4, it's like, I mean, it's sort of like KD, when are you going to get your third? Kyrie, when are you going to get your second? I don't know. I don't know. The Brooklyn Nets are a whole different conversation. Like, it's just, I don't know what exactly happened with the Brooklyn Nets. All I know is whatever plan they had, it completely fell apart. And was that because of the rookie coach, Steve Nash? I think it was a team fail. I think the team failed as a whole, because KD was still balling relatively, especially in certain games, but he was a little bit more inconsistent than he was this season. But still, like, all that noise with Kyrie and the whole vaccination thing and that bullshit, that did not help the Nets at all. There's no way that even helped the friendship between KD and Kyrie. There's no way that helped anyone. And it was just, if they had a higher seed, they might have came out of the first round. That's all I'm saying. But they were forced to play who they had to play, and maybe things would have went differently against a different team. Considering how low their seed was, despite everyone's expectations and hopes. I don't know. I just Brooklyn Nets, it just really troubles me. Like, they should have been maybe like top 3 in the East. And whatever happened with the 76ers, oh my god. Whatever is going on with James Harden, oh my god. Hypothetically, is the new rules to getting and ones, getting the extra free throw, are those new rules affecting Harden's play? Probably. Now, is Harden going to line less? Definitely. Do the majority of his points come from free throws? Not the majority, but a lot of them do. And if you look at his stats, he's taking less free throws now. And for someone with Harden's free throw shooting ability, that's usually easy points. But if he's not even going to line, you gotta figure that that's not even good for his confidence. Now, should they trade Harden for a different Robin to the Batman Embiid? I mean, if he doesn't pick it up, like, they're not gonna have a choice. Because, like, they're paying him all that fucking money, and, like, he's not producing. Like, he's not showing why he deserves that salary, and it's just like, I don't know, maybe they'll get Westbrook. Maybe Westbrook will go to the 76ers, because he's been on every other fucking team anyway. You gotta put them to sleep, right? This was Curry. This is Westbrook. Westbrook invented this, and then Patrick Beverley copied it as well. Don't ask me how I know this shit. But yeah, I'm gonna quit this video because we've been going on 30 minutes of me talking all this shit about certain teams and players, and you know, my biasness and my partiality. Like, if it comes down to Warriors and Celtics, I might actually watch the whole series on TV, which is something I haven't done in a long time. I probably watched maybe 5 games in its entirety this whole season, and what the Warriors did with Kevin Durant, that was historic. Like, I know, like, they basically swept the entire postseason in that one championship run, that one season, and it's just like, who else has done that? I mean, what was it, a sweep every round? I think it was pretty close. And they were playing against LeBron too. I don't know, man. Like, KD was like steroids for the Warriors, and they could not three-peat, which I understand no one has done since Shaq and Kobe. So that was a long time ago, and no one's three-peated yet. I mean, will it happen? It might take another decade. Who knows? I mean, like three-peating is not. Ask Jordan. Three-peating is not that easy, and like, he did it twice. Now, would he have gotten 7 rings in a row with the season that he was playing baseball, retired or whatever. Probably. But I understand why he left. We're getting into the history of basketball right now. I'm talking about fucking Jordan in fucking 2022. Alright guys, the next game is tonight. Today being the 26th, and it's almost 5 a.m. right now. I haven't been to work in like a month. I don't think I remember what work is, to be honest. Like, yes, I'm still testing positive, so what the fuck am I supposed to do? I guess I'll just enjoy my little vacation there and, like, you know, gamble and sports bet and making these fucking YouTube videos. Alright, see you guys tonight. When the Warriors win tonight, I told you so. Even Stephen A said that, like, his time in Miami is done. He does not see this going to Game 7. People don't realize the Miami Heat were the number 1 seed, the number 1 record in the Eastern Conference this season. And how do you go from that to... Now, obviously the Celtics are a good team. I just don't think they're that consistent. But they're getting to the point, Jaylen Brown and Tatum, to the point that one of them can have an off night while the other one produces and makes up for that, etc., and vice versa. Now, we need to get them both up there. That's the thing. If they're both up here, that dynamic duo is that's scary. That's scary, honestly. And they need a third person to match their big three, which could be Al Horford, like, but he's getting old, man. Come on. But Marcus Smart, he's not, like, he's good, but, like, he's not a part of the trio. He's not at that level, in my opinion. He's good, don't get me wrong, but Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum alone are better than him, let alone together. Together, they're like fucking 3 Marcus Smarts right there. Can you imagine that? Anyway, it's been almost 40 minutes. I'm just dragging this video out because I'm so fucking bored. I'm just counting my money. What can I say? Just counting my money. I was gonna make another Genshin video, but I could probably do that tomorrow. It's about to be 5 a.m. when the servers reset, so I guess I'll do that. I don't fucking know. Yeah, so tonight will be Game 5, which is 3-1 Warriors. The last game, Game 4, Luka and the Mavericks finally won their first game in the series. I just feel like there's a lot of pressure on both teams, but there's more pressure on Luka because he's trying to make a statement. He has made a statement, but I don't think it's loud enough. I don't know. I think Game 5 will be very interesting. Okay, so as the Mavericks, to win the series and go to the NBA Finals, the Mavericks need to win 3 games in a row to force a Game 7. And they're playing in Golden State 2 more times. 1 for Game 5, and if necessary, 1 for Game 7 in Golden State. Got to win 3 games in a row. Game 6, okay, they're playing in Dallas, sorry, whatever. 3 games in a row to come back from 3-0. Now they're 3-1. So 3 more games in a row, Dallas needs to win against the Golden State Warriors. Even if you took Jordan Poole and Kevon Looney out of the equation, they would still be competitive. They have been. That's the truth. Like, who even heard about Jordan Poole since this season? I mean, I knew he was on the Warriors a decent amount of time, but, like, was he developing? Probably. Like, it's not like he became that good overnight. He's just, when you develop and, like, grow like that, it's usually because you just gain more confidence. And that's what some players need. They need to be like, oh, I can do this. I can be a contributing member to this team. And when you get that confidence, sky's the limit. And, like, that's how superstars are made, all-stars. And supposedly Golden State's player development is light years ahead of other teams, other franchises. That's not me quoting that. That's me quoting that from quoting the GM, I believe, of the Warriors. I forgot his name, but he was trying his best to keep KD there, and like, in my honest opinion, KD should not have left. In my opinion, KD leaving Golden State was dumb. It was... Steph would have taken a pay cut. Dude, like, look at Tom Brady. I know this is a different sport, but Tom Brady takes pay cuts to have better pieces around him. Because that's how much winning is important. Do you think Tom Brady needs any more money than he already has? Do you know the amount of endorsements Tom Brady is going to get after he retires? The amount of endorsements. He could start his own business. He could be like a Magic Johnson, just doing all these business ventures. Alright, I'm ending this video now before I fucking... I got 10 more minutes till 5 a.m. But I gotta take a break. You guys enjoy Game 5. This was just my little analysis of this. I hope you enjoyed. Alright, talk to you guys later. Take care of yourselves and each other.